In this video, we're going to work out the outstanding balance on a loan at a given stage. So let's just start off with the question. Zandile borrows 100,000 Rand. She repays it over 5 years with monthly payments, starting 1 month from the date of the loan. Remember that that's normal, and interest is charged at 12% per annum compounded monthly. The first thing we're called to do is to work out what is the monthly repayment, right? Remember, here's our formula. Present value is X. 1 minus 1 plus our interest rate to the minus n over our interest rate. Okay, so she's borrowing 100,000 Rand. That's the present value of the money. And this formula is going to give us the present value of all her payments in today's terms. And we need those two things to be equal to one another. So this is going to be 1 minus 1 plus, now this is 0.12, 12% divided by 12. So it's actually 0.01. It's 1% per month. And 5 years, 60 months. And this will be over 0.01. So let's work out what's in that square bracket. It's going to be 1 minus 1.01 to the power of negative 60 over 0.01. It's about 44, just less than 45. And we want to divide both sides by that number. So we will get our value for X. So we're going to go 100,000 divided by that answer. And we get 2,224 Rand and 44 cents. So X equals 2,224 and 44. Right. I'm going to want to use that payment value again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to store it in the memory of my calculator. You may remember that when you press equals, you automatically store that last answer. So there it is. I want it to remain even after I've done some other calculations. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the store button on my calculator. I have to press shift and then STO. So it's on top of the recall button. And then it is expecting any one of these red letters. So I'm going to go with A. Right? Now, even if I press all clear, even if I do another calculation, if I do 3 plus 6 equals, right, what's in answer now is 9. But if I want that monthly premium back, I can just go recall A. And there it is, exactly, in all its sort of accuracy. Okay. What I sometimes do is I just write a little A inside a circle there, just to remind myself that I've stored that. Before we carry on, I thought it would be instructive just to look at the Standard Bank website. All right. Most of the banking sites have got calculators on them. So here's a calculator that works out a monthly repayment. So, all right, so this is actually to purchase a house. So suppose the house costs 100,000. These are the numbers that we've just worked with, right? And the interest rate, we worked with 12%. And the term was 5 years. And if I say calculate, it tells me that my monthly repayment will be 2,224. Right, which is exactly what we got here. They've just rounded it to the nearest Rand. The main goal of this video is for us to understand how to calculate the outstanding balance at any given stage. So we're now going to look at how much does Zandile still owe immediately after making her 24th payment. Now there are two ways of doing this, and we're going to do it both ways just to show that we get exactly the same answer. One is to work out the present value of the outstanding payments. There are a total of 60 payments, right? And we've made 24 of them. So 60 minus 24 is in fact 36. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our payment value, 2,224,44, and we're going to put that into the present value formula, right? 1 minus 1,01 is our I, 1 plus I, right? To the minus 36 over 0.01. Okay, let's just do that on our calculator here. So I'm going to go recall A to get that exact number back. And then I'm going to multiply it by 1 minus 1.01 to the power of negative 36 over 0.01. And I get 66,972 and 48. 66,972 and 48 cents. Okay, that's the first method. This method only works under certain circumstances, and we'll come back to that. The second method, which always works, it involves a little bit more work, is to work out the value of the loan at that point, in other words, after the 24th payment, with interest, minus the value of the payments that have been made with interest. And because we're talking about the value of some payments with interest in the future, it's a future value annuity. So the other way of doing this is to take our loan of 100,000 Rand, to put on normal interest, so our I value here, 0.01, right, 24 months worth. And then from that, subtract, and I'm now going to use the future value formula, right, with the payment of 2224.44. And remember, my future value is 1 plus I, so that's 1.01, to the power of 24, those are the payments that have been made, minus 1 over 0.01. $66,972 and 48. I'm just going to show you a sort of little model of this on a spreadsheet. What this spreadsheet is doing is it's showing us how the loan comes down. Right. So we borrow 100,000 Rand. Then the interest is 1% per month. So after 1 month, we actually owe 101,000 Rand. And then we make a payment. And we make a payment of this amount, 2224.44, all right? And then the interest gets calculated as 1% of what we owe. So what you'll notice is that the amount of interest is actually coming down, right? And what we're looking at is the balance after each payment coming down. And if I go and look, the balance after the 24th payment is exactly what we calculated it to be. 66,972 and 48. Right, now I hear you saying, why would we ever bother with the green method on the right when it's actually more complicated? So the thing is that the method on the left only works when we have a known number of payments and a known payment that matches and fits exactly that number of payments. So for example, here we worked out the payment for exactly 60 payments. So we knew how many were outstanding. The one on the right always works. Okay, let's have a look now at another example. Peter borrows 200,000 Rand. He repays 2,800 Rand per month, starting 1 month from the date of the loan. That's the interest rate. We cannot work this one out any other way than using the second method. We can't find the present value of the payments that haven't been made because we don't know how many payments are going to be required altogether. Right, let's take a look at this question. So the only way of doing this one is to work out the loan with interest. Now it's 14% per annum, but we want to work it out monthly. And so we're going to put on 30 months worth of interest. And from that, we must subtract the future value of 30 payments of 2,800 Rand. All right, and the formula for future value, 1 plus I to the n minus 1 over I. 0.14 over 12. And let's work all of that out. And we get 183,352 Rand and 18 cents. Right, once again, let's just kind of sense check it with the spreadsheet. So the loan this time was 200,000 Rand. The repayment was 2,800. And the interest rate, remember, is 14%. So 0.14 divided by 12. We want our balance after the 30th payment. And if we go and have a look, the balance after the 30th payment, there it is, 183, 352, and 18. If you found that useful, please will you like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Thank you.